Welcome to Strong Over 60 Circuit Workout. In today's workout, all you'll need is a pair of light hand weights. So let's begin our warm-up. Let's take a breath in and exhale, and get one more. Breathe in, exhale. Let's begin. Let's start with a squat circle. So we'll squat, circle the arms around, and then raise up on those heels, getting about 10 to 12 reps. Getting the body ready to work out. All right, let's move on to a side squat. So big step out to the side at your own pace. Again, about 10 to 12 reps. And let's move on. Exercise number 3. Squat elbow to knee. 10 to 12 reps. So narrow squat here. A little spinal rotation, elbow to knee. And last one. And let's move on to a standing crunch. Reach the arms overhead and extend through the leg as you reach towards the toes. Again, about 10 to 12 reps here at your own pace. All right, nice job. Take a breath in, exhale. So warm up is complete. Let's begin our circuit. So grab one hand weight. We're going to start with a halo lunge. So we're going to step forward into a front lunge and then circle the weight around the head. And you're going to really feel your core turn on here. So taking a big step forward, head in the center of the body, shoulders over the hips, and knee alignment over the ankle. At your own pace, getting about 10 total reps here. All right, last one. And let's move on. Put your weight down. We're going to move on to a plank. And we're going to do a plank shoulder tap. Let's begin. Now this can be done on your knees or toes. Getting about 16 reps here. Try to really stabilize the body and just lightly tapping the opposite shoulder. All right, the last one. Let's come to standing. Take a breath in, exhale. So let's grab your weight again. We're going to move on to a lateral lunge with a touchdown. So big step out to the side and touch the inside ankle. You can feel this in the outer hips and glutes. Also keep the core turned on as you reach forward and touch down. About 12 total reps here. And last one. All right, let's move back to the floor. You'll use your weight this time, putting the weight in the center, and we're going to just drag the plank from one side to the other, getting about 10 total reps here. Now this can also be done on your knees. So just dragging the weight across the body. Just a couple more. All right, and let's come back to standing. Take a breath, exhale, again, breathe in, exhale. Now we're going to move on to a reverse lunge with a front raise. So grab your weight, take a step back as you lift the arms up about shoulder height. So big step back into that reverse lunge. Again, moving quickly from one exercise to another, so really boosting the metabolism, burning loads of calories, and working lots of muscles at once with these compound movements. All right, let's move on. We're going to move on to an oblique twist. So, twisting, lifting that knee, and engaging the core. At your own pace, about 10 to 12 reps. All right, let's put the weight down. We're going to move on to the floor, and we're going to do arm and leg extension. So opposite arm, opposite leg. And about 12 to 16 reps here at your own pace. Really try to stabilize the body, keeping the shoulders and hips lined up. It's a great exercise for the core. You'll also feel your glutes working. And almost there. All right, nice job. Come back to standing, take a breath. Exhale again, breathe in. Exhale. Okay, let's move on to exercise number 8. So grab your weight. Take a big wide stance with the toes turned out. And we're going to squat and circle the arms around in front. So a circle plie here. Working the adductors, inner thighs, the glutes, and the arms. And about 10 to 12 reps. At your own pace. And last one, nice. Put your weight back down. And we're going to come back to the floor for a lunge switch. So we'll jump and switch. And getting about 10 reps here. This is really challenging exercise. It's a big step jump. Getting the heart rate up. All right, nice job. And let's just get a little breath here. Breathe in, exhale. Again, breathe in, exhale. All right, let's move on to push-ups on your knees or toes, 10 reps. It's our very last exercise. All right, last one. Nice job. Let's get a little chest stretch here. So reach the arms around behind the back, open the heart. Now let's come to standing and just finish with a little balance work. Take a breath, exhale. And we're going to lift that right knee, holding it for about 30 seconds. All right, and release. Take a breath, exhale, and transitioning to the other side. So lifting the left knee, holding for 30 seconds. And if you lose your balance, just adjust and continue. All right, nice job. Workout is complete. So make sure to cool down and stretch. or repeat this circuit 2 to 3 times for more of a challenge.